Hey everyone, I'm Carlie. My pronouns are they, them.
Hi, I'm Shelby. My pronouns are she, her.
I think I said they, then. This is our FlossTube. Welcome.
And if you're wondering how we're doing, this is a good picture.
Now and then. No.
See ya!
Yeah. We've filmed this a few times, technical difficulties, etc., etc. But we're here and we're happy to be here. And we're going to keep being happy because we said so.
Queer people still get to be happy in this country.
Yes.
It's been a really tough week. But this weekend we got to be, yesterday we spent time in community with friends and experiencing, just in the presence of others and really, focusing on that. And that has been enriching and also reminded me that, okay, I can still think about cross-stitch, among many other things. And we continue the work. We're clocked in.
Yes.
We're ready to go.
Yeah.
We're not,
Voting is not the end of everything.
No.
That's
It never was going to be.
No.
So.
There's so much you can do outside of the system that already exists, and arguably, perhaps we should be doing more of. That's all I will say on this public forum. We have a lot of finishes because we have not filmed since July, and so we've been busy. I was experiencing a lot of... I am not finishing my words. I was experiencing a lot of envy because Shelby had a lot of finishes. So I have
5 months ago, not lately.
Yeah, same. Back in the day. Do you remember I made up a challenge for myself?
I forgot.
So I was like, okay, it's 500 days till my 33rd birthday. So I'm going to try and finish 33 things before I turn 33. My calculations were messed up, and so I was like, I have to get 2 finishes done every 2 weeks, which is a finish a week.
Weird.
So I have a lot of finishes, and then I recalculated and then also decided I don't care. So you stay in your bed, young lady.
We have a little
girl.
very good dog
She's
across the room.
Yeah.
Who is considering doing something
jumping off the couch despite having a back injury.
She's not gonna do it.
Emma.
No, stop it. Reba.
Okay, Shelby is going to assist Reba for the moment, and I'm going to show you all my finishes. So, like I said, I have a lot, so buckle up. First one I have is Coffee and Eggs by the Artsy Housewife. I can't remember if I had finished this the last time we were together, but it's totally done. And I stitched this on a 36 count linen called Chocolate Milk by Fabrics by Stephanie. Oh, it's so pretty. We're dealing with both cloudy weather and wildfire haze where we live, so the quality of this video is not great because we don't have a ton of natural light to work with, which is unfortunate because we have so many beautiful things today, but whatever. I used most of the called fors in this. I swapped out a few and sort of personalized the hair to look like the friend that I was stitching this for. But yeah, I have a very specific image of the frame that I want, but don't want to pay for custom framing. So if I see it out and about, great. Otherwise I might just make it into a bag. Next one is Sailor's Delight by D's 20 Stitches, artwork by Uncanny Carrie. This is also on a 36 count linen. It was from a Fortnite Fabric Ornament Club from a few years ago. Oh, hello, Reba. You want to come right here? Okay. Say hello. She's coming through, but she had to pay the tax. The next one is also a D's 20 Stitches Uncanny Carrie collab. It is also my oldest whip. Was my oldest whip. It's this one. It's 3 little hexes, and it's on a beautiful mystery color and cotton that I got in a grab bag. I think it came out to be about a 30 count. This is stitched 1/1. And yeah, it was a lot of work, but I think it's super cute. And I did leave the ghosts kind of see-through, completely see-through rather. The pattern calls for them to be totally filled in. I did not do that, and I really like the effect because you can see more of the fabric. Next, I have a couple of Mill Hills, and I don't know where. Oh, I put it up here. Okay. The first one I have was a gift for Shelby for her birthday. She's a Scorpio. Scary. This is what it looks like. And everybody I showed this to was like, why does it say water?
Water sign.
Yeah, because Scorpios are a water sign. I wasn't super interested in that either, so I changed it to Shelby's initials, which I'm going to hide for privacy purposes. But this is how it turned out. It was super fun. It's got a little, you can't really see, oh yeah, there's a little scorpion charm. And then this really fun handle that I'd never done this kind of finishing technique before, and I think would be interesting to attempt on other pieces. But yeah, I think it's going to look really good on Shelby's pink Christmas tree, so that was part of the inspo. I have another Mill Hill finish that I'll insert a clip for, but this is the pattern. It's called Happy Camper. I was recently in Rhinebeck, New York with a couple of friends for the New York Sheep and Wool Festival, and they had spent the year leading up to that refurbishing like 1970s Airstream trailer, which originally we were going to stay in while we were in Rhinebeck. We ended up not doing that, but we still had a great time, and we're outside and camping and la la la. But they organized a lot of it, and I just showed up, so I wanted to thank them. So I modified this to match the colors of their camper. I also swapped out the interior of the little windows. My friend Alyssa weaves, and she wove the curtains for their trailer with just scrap yarn that she had, and so I used some scrap floss that I had to weave the windows for the ornament, so that was really fun. Then I have 2 future ornaments that look pretty much the same, and hopefully, Shelby, you can help me remember who designed this. Is it Stitch Sprout? Stitch Sprout, I think.
Let me check.
Yes, please. This is Pink Pony Club, possibly by Stitch Sprout, but Shelby's going to confirm. And I'm doing 3 of these total, because there's 3 people in my life. There's more than 3 people that would appreciate this, but 3 people who I'm going to be stitching it for. And I used most of the called for. I didn't have any of the yellows, so I just used those from Stash. This was my, first. It is Stitch Sprout. Great. Yes. And then this is my second one, which I swapped out for beads. I had a bunch of beads from some Mill Hills, and I really love how it turned out. They're not loose. I think Cam's are, Cam the Stitcher did them, and they hang loose. But these are in place, and I'm going to do this one again, which is presently a whip. Shelby's back, and we have been working together on Heads Up by the Prairie Schooler. The goal is to do whoa. Oh my god, I got so sweaty. Because I'm nervous.
Why are you nervous?
Because I almost dropped my laptop.
Oh, that quick.
I was trying to show this little banner. That's our goal for these.
But yeah. Little motifs rather than pom-poms.
Yes.
Little finishes.
These guys.
Little ornaments, basically. On a string.
Mm-hmm. So these are the ones I have done. And I don't know if the moon was done the last time I showed it. And then I also did the skull, and Shelby did the owl and the witch, and did really good with her spacing. And I didn't. So we're going to see how it goes.
It's going to be fine.
These are...
Be a bell pull if all else fails.
That's true. I think that'd be super cute. I'm kind of tempted to, do that and then restitch these. I don't know. They're fairly quick, but I don't know. I was about to say, I don't really like restitching things, and I'm on my 3rd Pink Pony Club hat.
Yeah.
And I would do it again after that. Anyway, 32 count Lugana, using the called for DMC, and yeah, I don't know. You've been doing some Prairie Schoolers lately.
Yes.
I freaking love Prairie Schooler. They're
Yes.
probably one of my top favorite designers. What have you thought?
These little small guys I enjoy. I think I maybe overdid it with the Prairie Schooler Halloween patterns this season, and would like to never see 3371 again, because I was at a point where I was like working on 3 whips that were just brown block stitching, and I had like a bit of a crisis of like, why do I do this? Like, why am I doing this? But it's because the outcome is wonderful, but I needed a little bit of a break. That's why I have not progressed past these 2, but I look forward to coming back to them. I don't like block stitching, I think, and I know a lot of people do or find it like very meditative, and it can be like if I'm watching TV or like watching, like doing something else, mostly watching television or movies because there's not a whole lot of other stuff to do, or if I'm like in transit, it can be good, but other than that, it's like not really what I'm looking to cross stitch for, I think, which is helpful as I continue to like pick patterns to stitch.
Yeah.
But these are so small that it's like, it's totally fine.
Yeah.
I just overdid it. You'll see why I overdid it with the brown.
And then if you're like, I literally can't do another one of these, then I will, because I love block stitching and I love Prairie Schoolers.
Exactly.
So it works out great.
My finishes since July, I think we're good.
Okay.
This one I was working on, I think in the last video. This is Calamity Jane and the horse. Calamity Sue? Calamity Sue, actually. It's not Jane.
Yeah.
Calamity Sue and the horse she rode in on. It felt so good to finish. Again, I was like, not a lot of block stitching, but like that skirt, annoying. But also a beautiful color, so it was okay. And there were like a lot of fun, smaller things to do. But yeah, I don't know. I went back and forth. I think I'm figuring out what I like in terms, and I've talked about this before. Like I just have to like do a bunch of straight up and down. Like I'm not going to be as engaged. But again, there are different stitching for different moods, etc. I really love the colors on this one. I changed a few of them around to like pretty like they're similar color family, but just to sort of use what I had in stash for the most part. And I'm really pleased with how it turned out. I think I was just thinking about like how I'd want to finish this. I don't think I want to frame it, but probably might be the time, not probably, it might be the time to like experiment with like a flat folder finish of some kind, which I have not done yet.
Cool.
My next finish, I believe I worked on in August, maybe early September. I think August. Time is moving very quickly. This was my first, it's now seasonally appropriate. It's a little bit of it is a Christmas piece. This is a design from Sugar Stitches. I think it's called Holiday Candies.
Yeah, we can show
Pretty
it.
simple. Oh yeah, it's right here. My horrible folded.
But you can get a sense of, it's a little washed out on camera. Shelby's is, so this gives you an idea of what.
Yeah, and my fabric is not as dark of a brown as sort of that gingerbread color, which I think is actually the name of that color. But this one is on a 36 count Fortnite fabrics from Carlie's stash. Yeah, our light is horrible. I'm sorry. It's like dark at 4 p.m. and also there's wildfire and cloudy and we live in hell. So apologies for the lighting, but it's cute. It's a little gingerbread cookie and it felt like I was stitching beautiful icing and I really had a nice time with like a small finish that I worked on this like over a week, I think, week or so. Mm-hmm. A lot of just cute pinks and greens. I have a pink Christmas tree. It'll look cute. I get to practice finishing an ornament at some point when I get the motivation to do that. My other two finishes, they're a bit of a set. They're certainly a set. From Beaster God, Beaster God's Patreon. I think they were a Halloween pattern release maybe a couple of years back, but I always list, the designer in the description, so you'll have that. So just take a peek at their Patreon. They're two Over the Garden Wall inspired pieces. I'm talking really fast, and I think it's because we've done this already, and so I'm like, let's get to the fun stuff. But no, I am really excited about these finishes. they're fully finished in a sense. No. I'm learning how to finish things in a hoop. When something's an oval, it's harder. I think I've learned that. Anyway, so it was an experiment, but for now I'm really happy with how these are finished. These are like the sort of plastic, but supposed to look like wood, hoops from, I think, Anchor, from Michael's. And they look really sweet, and they're now part of my little autumn Halloween display, and I love them very much. Whips?
Oh, yeah. You don't have other...
No, those are my finishes.
Oh, great. Okay. Here's a Pink Pony Club whip.
So I'll go through things I've started since we last spoke. Another Beast or God, just keeping on the theme, which I just pulled out yesterday. I didn't end up stitching on it, but I took it with us to when I was in transit yesterday. But
we went to the park and just sat in the park, and I stitched and Shelby read, and it was beautiful. And if you can sit outside. It's really good for you.
Yeah, it's good to be outside, touch a little grass, literally.
Yeah.
Naturally run into people. Remember that I don't know where you are in the world, because I don't know who you are, but I just feel like it is so beautiful to remember that you live in a community of people who
exist offline,
and for the most, a lot of people are very kind, turns out. Yeah. So, and I'll have a lot of good in their heart. So this is the piece. It's I don't know if it has a name, but it's also from Beast or God's Patreon. And I do not know the month of release. I am, like I said, I didn't prep much for this. Did I say it in this video? Or the other recording? I don't know. But it is, they're two sort of little frames of the same size with two different moths in them, but the same sort of moon and motifs up top. I wanted to do them one on top of each other, but also I maybe just want to do this one and finish it. I'd started to frame out the other one, but I might frog that and just finish this into something, because I don't know, I'm satisfied with it, and as I said, I overdid it on brown, so yeah, I at least want to finish this moth within the next, by the end of November. It's sort of I just have this other sort of branch to do and to backstitch the antenna, and then that'll be done. And it's on another beautiful 36 count Fortnite Fabrics ornament cut. I part of these 36 count smalls, I was also trying to practice on 36 count. I have another bigger pattern on 36 count that was really frustrating me because it was my first time with it, so I wanted to get more practice, and so now I feel much more comfortable. And turns out I just needed a better lamp, mostly was why it was so hard, and because I couldn't see. So solved that. I don't know. I love it. I love the colors on this.
So cute.
This is more purpley in real life, but you can see it. I am quite satisfied with my color choices.
I have been working on Jump by Kitty Cat. This is from 1999 or 2000.
And you can tell, and it's beautiful.
You can tell because it says starting the new millennium with 3 of the most innovative amphibians. I'd originally purchased this with a few friends in mind, but I think I might finish this on top of a cigar box for my dad.
Nice.
So it's on a 36 count Velt from Picture This Plus. It's kind of swampy.
So swampy.
Yeah.
So cute.
I didn't really like the colors, so I've just been using my own from Stash. And I could probably finish this.
You've gotten so far on that one.
Yeah.
And I love, you swapped out, I think, all of the greens. Did you?
Well, yeah, for the most part.
You calmed them down, made them more neutral.
They're a little, neon-y, and I'm not into that. So I just...
You made the right choice, though.
Yeah.
You updated it.
Yeah.
Or you made it look more vintage, I'm not sure. But I love it.
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to stitching the spider web, backstitch
Whoa,
spider web.
I missed that. Do you think you'll have it say jump?
I don't think so. I'll probably just leave that off. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Here's another Mill Hill. Why not? I'm stitching this for Shelby's parents.
Don't watch this.
No.
Just kidding.
It's called Triple Scoop.
It's like, really, please don't watch this.
And it's so cute.
I think it should be for me.
Yeah, I know.
Personally.
You'll get it eventually. Not for a very long time. No, I'll have leftovers. Maybe I could do a little one for you at some point. Anyway, sorry, that was morbid.
We're feeling great, and
humor helps. So Shelby's parents both have come to visit this year separately and are coming together to visit this week.
Yes. 3 days.
Yeah, when Shelby's mom was here, she got to meet my mom. We all went out for ice cream. And then Shelby's dad was here, and we didn't get to go for ice cream. And I'm hoping when they're both here, we will get to go for ice cream.
We need ice cream.
We need ice cream so bad. And so...
It's an emergency. If you want to send us ice
cream emergency. So that's why I'm stitching that. Is because last year, I tried to stitch an ornament that is reminiscent of something within that year for Shelby's parents. That's my little prompt for myself, and ice cream fit the bill. So
we all scream. I don't remember what this is called.
I think it's called I don't know either. I'll look it up. Just show it.
Okay, cool. It's over there too, the pattern.
Oh.
This is my my other Prairie schooler. Let me fold those. This I also believe is a Fortnite Fabrics from Carlie's Stage.
It's called All Hallows Eve.
Okay. No, that's not it.
No, it isn't. You're right. It's called Nevermore.
Yes. This one is, okay, Prairie Schooler, Nevermore on Lugana from Fortnite Fabrics. I really recommend finding someone to date who already has a hobby that you're interested in exploring, because you really save a lot of money, sort of the initial stages of the hobby. Mm-hmm. It really is helpful because you just are like, I would love to get involved in your hobby.
Oops, my mom's Snapchatting me.
Yeah, that one. I worked on this a ton in September and October, and I love it. It was mostly the vibe I was looking for. I've been in a really spooky place. Not all bad, but I've just been really diving in. I have gone on an exploration of vampire media. I have read
so many books.
I have watched Interview with the Vampire, the television program, my new favorite show. My favorite program, Interview with the Vampire on AMC and AMC Plus. The first season streaming now on Netflix. Please watch it. I need someone to talk to about it, please. Anyway, it was fun to stitch a cemetery while I was watching all my creepy stuff. And then I also read a bunch of Anne Rice for the first time. And then Carmilla, and then this other really good book called Thirst. I'll pop it in the description. I probably won't. Just look it up. Just search lesbian vampire book. I love vampires. I don't know what to tell you. They're so annoying and depressed. It's really relatable. Anyway, this is
Prairie Schooler.
Prairie Schooler. So much 3371, but gorgeous outcome. And there's so much more left, but I love it. I've done this whole center motif is done except for back stitching, and it is gorgeous. I love the text, what do you call it, the font? Is it?
I call it a typeface because I took graphic design in 9th grade, and that was beaten out of me.
Okay. What is it if it's...
A font would be...
certainly not typed.
No, a font would be if it's bold or italicized or underlined. So you have a typeface, and then the font is how it's stylized.
How come on Microsoft Word it's all fonts?
Because they're not designers.
Okay, good to know. Now we know these are the letters. Alphabet. It will be a Ouija board, kind of, but we're not going to use it as such.
No.
We also watched a lot of Conjuring franchise.
Yeah.
Oh, also...
Are you going to recommend?
Go see Conclave.
Yes, Conclave was so good.
Yeah, starring Cardinal Fierce, Rafe Fiennes. Go see Conclave. Especially if you were raised Catholic and are no longer practicing, perhaps.
This is Quaker Gone Haunted. You know who rules? The Quakers.
Yes.
Well, listen, you can't
Depends
make
on who you talk to.
Can't make blanket statements about anybody, but
certainly not in this day and age.
I wanted to stitch on something spooky, and I did a little bit. I think I was still very excited about what I was working on in Sampler September, so I didn't get a ton done on this. I literally can't even tell you what I did since the last time I showed it. Maybe this little guy up here. Oh yeah, I've been filling him in. I'm just using stuff from Stash. Yeah, I think it's gonna be super pretty. It's on a 32 or 36 count linen kunzite, I believe, from Picture This Plus.
Who designed this?
Michelle Inc.
Did you already say this?
I don't think so. Thank you.
I like that tree in the middle there.
Yeah,
haven't tackled that yet.
No, there's this tree. I'm saving that for later. Ooh, okay. This is one that I've wanted to start for a very long time. I've been a big fan of Carriage House sampling since, again, winter 2020. And I wanted to do something from Hawk Run Hollow. Didn't see a ton of people doing the farm, so I was like, one day I'm going to do the farm. And this is it.
The farms.
What I'm doing, I'm going to do this layout. I've decided that each of these blocks, for the most part, is going to be, the theme is gay country, loosely. So each of these is going to be like a reference to like a gay country song.
Or a gay-coded country song.
Gay-coded country song.
Or a country song that the gays have adopted.
Correct. So, like, Dolly Parton's probably going to show up, maybe. I don't know. I go back and forth on how I feel about her.
Carlie and I have differing views on some things.
I did not like the 5 to 9 commercial. Do you remember that? It's some commercial where she's promoting, like, having a side hustle after work. And I was like, Dolly, let us rest. This is what I've done so far.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
that's a lot of fence.
Yeah.
And you framed out most, or at least the first couple?
Oh, yeah. I was trying to figure out, okay, here's a PSA that is for myself. Even if your fabric has the dimensions on it, measure it again, because maybe there's extra. And then you don't have to position your piece in a particular way, because you actually end up with more fabric if you do it the other way. Excuse me, Shelby. So I framed out some of the boxes and then unstitched them, and now I have, look at all this fabric I'm going to have at the bottom now. Like, wow. Amazing. So some of the ideas I have, just so you know, I think it all started because I was like, oh, well, this is obviously going to be the Pink Pony Club. Like, yeah. There's some songs I have in mind, but I'm not sure what blocks I want to do or, like, how I quite want to, like this, I want to, instead of, like, these little things in here, I want it to be letters that say Old Town Road. I think that would be fun. I don't know what I'm going to do about this church, but we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Oh, yeah, show it. Sorry, Shelby's got, y'all are in for a treat.
Okay. Everyone is doing this right now, or has done this, I think, in the past 6 months to a year. And I'm no different. This is Owl Forest Embroidery.
Harvest
season. Harvest season. Cucumbers. It's not even called pickles, but it's the pickle whip.
It's the pickle
whip. The infamous pickle whip from Owl Forest Embroidery. And I started this last week, a week and a half ago.
That's it?
2 weeks ago.
Holy moly.
I think I started this 2 weeks ago. I'm exaggerating. Anyway, I'm about halfway done, or like 48% done. I've also started using...
not Pattern Keeper.
The other one. On the iPad.
Markup XP.
Markup XP, which is really helpful for me for a digital pattern. And I am making... I mean, I don't want to... Knock on wood. Not going to do that because it'll freak Reba out. But I am making so many less mistakes because I'm able to follow along, like, and to count and to mark things off as I go. That's what it's for. Also, it's kind of fun to see the stats. I'm trying not to, I still do paper patterns, and I, don't want to overlay too much on it because I think I can get, wrapped up in the stats and, trying to beat my own record or whatever in a way that sort of takes away from the chillness of the hobby. But this is Pickle Whip, Harvest Season Cucumbers. I love it. Owl Forest, they just know what they're doing in terms of design. And I love the organic shapes, and things are so, there's enough variation, and like each border is different. Like often on most of their patterns, like it's not just one consistent border, like each side of the border is different. Just the amount of variation, but also like often not that many colors, and so it's not that annoying to keep switching them out. I didn't want to spend the money or time waiting on or ordering Owl Forest floss, even though I've heard it's beautiful. So I went to my local needlework shop and got other colors.
Shelby did her own color conversion.
Yes. These are all like Classic Colorworks, Gentle Arts. Those are the two. I don't know what all the colors are, but if you are curious, you could ask me, and I would tell you. Some of the other same ones I'm using on my other Owl Forest whip. But so I got confidence from that one to sort of do my own conversion because it would be cheaper and I could use some things I had in stash. And I love this. I'm making it for a friend for Christmas. I already don't want to give it away, but I will because it needs to be enjoyed. It is stitched on...
It's Vintage Country Mocha.
Hell if I know. Oh, Vintage Country Mocha.
But what count? 32?
32 count. Okay. Vintage Country Mocha. Swagart.
Yeah.
My first Vintage Country Mocha experience. I love it. So that's fun too. It's on more of a gray, like the called for, and sort of what they use in their kit. And I didn't like the gray. I felt like it was not the mood I was going for. So I wanted something browner, that didn't, allow the other colors to disappear. And it turns out Vintage Country Mocha is that girl for a reason. And looks great, even though this lighting is terrible. I'm sorry.
Follow Shelby on Instagram, go_off_grandma, because she takes really cute photos. I've seen them.
I haven't posted in over 2 months probably, but I would like to get back into it. I've been really busy with vampires, but okay, what do you got?
I've got two that are both by Thistles, and then I've got one more, I believe, after that. But I'll just show these two. So the first one is Star Village, which I've been working on for a minute. I'm doing my own color conversion. I'm blending DMCs and fancy flosses that I have. And then the other one is called Never Enough Primitives, which I started for Sampler September because there's a sampler in it. And I haven't really worked on the sampler, but I'm stitching them on the same fabric, which is a 32 or a 36 count linen.
Big old fabric.
Big old fabric. Lucky ducky. She's a big girl. Hold on. This is where I'm at with Star Village. I'm adding this white building, which will be changed to have a different function than what it has in the original.
It's a food pantry.
It's a food pantry. Yep. I think that's really what I've worked on the most.
It's a performance space.
It's a performance space.
And a food pantry.
And the other one on this piece of fabric is this. This is how far I've gotten. I'm probably not going to use the phrase never enough primitives. That doesn't resonate with me, but I did start this in the month that I got to go see my favorite band in the world, Keen. This year is the 20th anniversary of their first album, so I'll probably put a lyric from Hopes and Fears on there. But yeah, it's a lot of block stitching, and that's what I've needed lately. So yeah.
For Sampler September, I really focused on Miss Thursday Priscilla Dawes from Hemlock and Rye Stitchery. Mm-hmm. Hemlock and Rye Stitchery. There's Priscilla Dawes, a beautiful sampler that is just really not looking great in this light, but you've seen it. You know it's gorgeous. This is, again, on 32 count flax, Zweigart, linen. Oh, thank you. I really focused, this was my focus piece for September because it was Sampler September, and I really wanted to get into it. So I finished, I had a page finish, the whole first page, and then I finished a little bit extra around. I finished this huge flower from hell that I love so much. And literally, these, I was I love this so much. The colors, this lavender, red, and green, actually inspired the decoration on my birthday cake last month. I was really into Thursday, and I was these colors are blowing my mind, and I love it so much. I'm over 25% done with the pattern itself. which I'm really proud of. Ooh, I got like, yeah, it's this far down, then a little extra. Cool.
Cool.
And then my beautiful Strawberry Summer, also from Forest Embroidery, as mentioned earlier and as mentioned on previous videos. I also have not touched this since the weather, since September probably, because the vibes were different. It's not summer anymore. But I love her. But I worked on it a lot in the time since you last saw it, so I will show it to you one more time, and then I'll probably pull it out again, either in the depths of winter when I'm feeling sad, or in like February or March. I love this so much.
It's so pretty.
Love the variegation. I just love everything I'm getting to do with it. And again, like, very simple color palette, but like so many different styles and borders and just different styles of stitching all in one pattern, which is really what I'm looking for, and is really what Forest provides.
Beautiful.
Oh,
it's so gorgeous.
Okay, those are my guys.
This is my final whip. It is Prairie Schooler Santa season. I stitch one of these for my mom each year. This is the 2006 Santa. And I chose this one because I've been sewing a lot this year on my sewing machine. You can't see around us, but there's a sea of project bags, which is mostly what I've been stitching, or sewing rather.
This is a beautiful one that I got for my birthday.
Birthday bag. This is on a 32 count linen.
Spooky.
That's all I've gotten so far, and I took this to stitch outside. And it was really, really fun to do on the go. I'm excited to actually do this back stitch here.
It's pink paper.
Yeah, and
this one's quilted.
The bags showing are, for the most part, made from completely upcycled materials.
Yes. Not this one?
Not this one.
We went to a quilting store. It was a mistake.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have been allowed in there.
No.
But these ones.
Yeah, these are all from different shops in Richmond, Virginia, not Burlington, Vermont, Rutland, Vermont,
Philadelphia,
Pennsylvania, that have craft, reuse, upcycling, thrift shops. We did go to the quilting store so I could get batting to give them a little bit more sturdiness, and then we accidentally saw some moon pattern fabric and did buy that, and but I feel really good that most of the material I own
and the zippers
are all
secondhand.
I've been doing a lot of like reading and learning about kind of dyes and like the fashion industry in general, and I think Catherine from Neat and Knot by the Sea has been talking about this for years, and I need to engage with some of the materials and things that she shared, just to kind of expand my own understanding of it all. I'm ready to do that. This is like it's so fun to just play around.
It's for my strawberry pattern.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Anyway, that's what we've been working on. Reba is out of her bed.
She's on the move.
She's on the move. Are you coming over? You want to say hello?
Want to say goodbye? Hello, goodbye.
Hello, goodbye. Thank you.
Do you have any plans?
Oh, well, I gotta finish.
Talk about
I
them.
have like a gazillion ornaments that I need to work on, and I would like to do. There's like projects I want to work on next year, like big guys, and so those are sort of my plans.
Same.
I gotta get the materials for them, so I won't say anything yet.
I've got a couple Jet X stitch patterns kitted up that I'm hoping to. I want to get further, or at least further along with a couple of my other patterns, but and then start one of those soon.
Yeah. Thank you for being here. Wishing you the best.
Having a bang crisis. Oh,
Reba says goodbye.
Reba says bye. Hope you're all hanging in there.
We'll see you next time.
How's everybody doing? Don't say the Pledge of Allegiance.
No, I won't.
I've got dinner to eat and wine to drink. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
who cares?
Like you've got something geared up. So
I've got something brewing.
The
The font is so beautiful. And we're all going to get nauseous. And I was just raised Catholic and I'm still afraid of many things. I don't know. Why are we talking so much about politics and religion? Love it.
Can I get your cake?
Yeah. Oh, let's just put a picture in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's one slice remaining. It's not to be eaten. It's just so pretty.
It's so pretty we can't throw it away. It's not like moldy or anything.
No, it's in the fridge. It's mostly icing.
We should have frozen it.
Yeah.
We messed up.